Hey everyone, I just read Babylon's Ashes by James S. A. Corey, and it was good, but it wasn't what I wanted. Giving myself 7 years to imagine everything this book could never be will do that, I guess. It's a book about an all-out solar system spanning war between an alliance of the badly battered Earth, Mars, and the Outer Planets Alliance, and the latter's powerful splinter group, the Free Navy. The pros? This book sheds the limit on point of view characters adhered to by previous entries, and the cavalcade of new and returning viewpoints was really great. You get a much better sense of the war this way, and a better sense of how fractured the OPA has always been behind the scenes. Speaking of which, there were some fantastic battle sequences featured here, my personal favourite being the first one narrated by Bobby. And Marco is another great villain. He was very good in Nemesis games, but he really comes into his own here as a character. He is a truly vile man who is very easy to hate. The cons? Good as the unlimited number of viewpoint characters is, it also presents its own problems. Some characters are quite prominent early on, but just vanish abruptly after a certain point. Other characters only get a single chapter that feel like they're setting up things for later in the book, but actually aren't. Some POVs felt a little superfluous, while some secondary characters felt like they should be points of view, but aren't. It was always going to be hard to balance, but I think it's just a little bit off. The focus of the book is on the war, which makes sense, and I don't really have a problem with that, but it does come at the expense of plot threads set up in Nemesis games that never really come to anything or are pushed into the background here. The situations on Mars and Laconia, for example. And this last con is entirely a nitpick on my part, but I was expecting more of a body count and more of a war from this one. Not to say the way the book handles the conflict isn't interesting or even unrealistic in concept, but after how explosively it began in Nemesis games, here things slow down early on and only really ramp up again toward the end. For many years I've always envisioned this book starting with the tension at 100 and staying there the whole way, but again, that's on me. Overall, I would be lying if I said this is exactly the book I wanted it to be, but it's true to itself and it's still good. I don't think it quite reaches the heights of Nemesis games, but it is a satisfying conclusion to the plot started in that entry. This deep into the series, I can't really recommend it on its own, and I'm giving Babylon's Ashes an A. What should I read next? Comment down below. If you liked the review and want to see more, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.